17 for 2. Mind control is keeping the S4 low in the bottom lane. Of course, as you say, it's just not working out for the Razor. The constant enfeeble, the pressure from the supports of Liquid, making sure that the space is there for Miracle to farm, and Resolution, he can't use that strength as the Razor against the Terrorblade with the static link as you would wish to, because of the way that Liquid have...
The CS matchup is pretty even though on both sides. Brewmaster do relatively fine against a Furion, even if he has a blow through. Lots of reach and even got himself a bottle. And then we had the mid matchup where the Tinker's actually doing all right, but obviously died earlier, giving up first. So this laning phase is relatively even. I do think it needs to go well for OG though. Particularly shutting down Miracle, but it's just not happening. We've seen this a lot of times. Aggro duel and aggro tri-lanes into Terrorblade. He's just so hard to put harassment damage on and threaten because of his super high armor start. He has the highest armor at the start of the game here.
And that point in reflection, helping out each time a static link is attempted on, but Superman.
Radiant are scanning.
Lane, though. And with that wraparound for Jerax, they are going to try and dive in. Superman, though, kiting him up with the trees. He's able to turn and take him down. The help of Kuro seeping in. GH there as well. No tail. He'll get punished as well. But Superman surviving, salving back up to full health. As the play from OG just wasn't there in the mid lane. Jerax trying to dive in. It was night time, but he absolutely overestimated his capabilities of the Night Stalker.
Yeah, he was a level 1 nuke, and on top of that, it's going to be dispelled by the fact that you've got Crows skin level 2 on the Viper. So even though he was on very low HP, you don't have the damage to actually threaten him. He could have healing salved as well in between hits. Any of those options were available for him. So he's going to get his level 6 well before No-Tail has his level 5 even. That is going to kill the lane for No-Tail. I think he's actually just going to go jungle at a certain point, and maybe someone else takes over the mid lane, maybe the Disruptor. In fact, if he doesn't get out now, he may die to Mind Control's wrath.
Oh, Mind Control. Try and help out OG. They pop the Viper Strike down onto No-Tail, but this man looks for the kill, is not phased at all by a level 3 TP in from Fly. He was also very low on mana.
Dire are scanning.
For Liquid, 2k lead. Building up very, very low. Mind Control will be found out on the retreat. He's trying to get back to the shrine. Sal's up. What's that going to save him? It will. The Sal this time. He turns with the Sprout, goes for the TP. He makes it away. Jerax can't even get the kill on Mind Control, retreating on minimal health there. That's, I mean, if he's not still smiling and clapping, I'll be surprised.
And you've heard it, Owen, right? Like, how many times have you heard somebody say a Night Stalker first night?
This is, I think, more than just a sleeping night, really, for Night Stalker, as he's not having...
Certainly level 2 in 6 minutes. They managed to kill the Razor in bottom lane. Looks like they're even going for the kill on Fly. Beautiful body here. Mind Control.
The stop as well. Buying time to surround him with the a 6th kill for Liquid. They are holding nothing back in this game too. Straight from the off. S4 walks towards mid with that primal split, maybe seeing if he could find an angle to get in onto the Viper. But just a hard kill as it is, and they'll just make the slow walk back up to top lane. Nothing is there to be found. Bottom lane getting pressured in by Liquid. For this level 4 Razor, what does he do at this stage? He static links his mini jimmy broken. S4 TP in. He's got the split. Kuro just goes for the straight TP out and he'll make him. No way to stop it.
Dire's
no time for S4 to pop the split and get the stun off. So they'll lose the tower. This, it's looking rough for OG.
No-Tail still isn't level 6. He's got his Soul Ring finally. He wants to be able to go back into the jungle and clear through some of the stacks. He sees Mind Control. Mind Control being super aggressive is going to be forced away by Jerax's team.
Jerax tries to go for the chase down. Get a few punches in. He was trying to get a position for the body block. S4 is there as well. Fly also, they're sending him max numbers mid. Fly, see if he can get some sort of control onto Matuma, but Matuma Man just goes in with the Viper Strike. The Astral Echo Stomp's there as well from GA, setting up for a 7th kill for Liquid. It just doesn't stop.
S4 is struggling to find a place in this game as well because he was having fine time in his laning phase, but the other lanes were going poorly. So he tried to wrap on mid lane, tried to go for the Viper. Matuma Man was one step ahead of him, tried to go for the bottom lane. We had that Nightmare Kuro TP outplay as well. He's ran back into mid, still
Radiant's
not
bottom
finding
tower is under
opportunity
attack.
to go for that primal split. Like, he needs to be able to utilize this to be able to give them some sort of kills because OG is just suffering so badly in their laning phase. They need to offset that somehow.
Himself an invis
Visibility.
was under the obs ward, so unlikely that Matuma could go for any sort of plays. He's going to hang around momentarily, hold off with the Viper Strike. TP does come through, but OG more than wise to do so. Bottom lane, bit of an attempt on to Kuroki. Kuroki held back one with the Nightmare. Miracle moves into the massive Nature's Wrath bounce there. Perfectly done
Dire's
by Mind
middle
Control,
tower
getting
is
a
under
huge
attack.
nuke on top of the Night Stalker. Will secure yet another kill for Liquid.
And Mind Control can still position himself in front of this push from S4.
Oh, and look at the build as well for Mind Control. The straight treads Meteor Hammer's what he wants.
Dire's middle tower
He
is under
is
attack.
ready to style on these fools. As we've seen, you know, this item,
Dire's
it is
structures
great.
are
It
fortified.
has got a lot of strong purposes, and in a game like this, it's going to make the push so strong. So the wait from the Quizliner, and it's going to make the catch even more potent there. A Sprout into Meteor Hammer. There's more than enough time for Mind Control to beat down any of these heroes.
Now, it's going to be less effective if Tinker can actually get farm into level 2 rearm, and if he gets the Blink Dagger, then the Meteor Hammer takes such a long time to drop that combination, it wouldn't give him solo kill potential against the Tinker, which is why I thought he would go Orchid, but it will give them this overwhelming push. Liquid's just going to push the tempo of this game against OG and say, we're going to go from winning the laning phase to taking control of your tower, and that's another way you can really threaten the Tinker. Even if you don't have Tinker Hunters, if you can limit all the outer map control before he gets bots and Blink, then he has a hard time being able to find farm on the map. And if he does find farm, he's usually soaking all of it up, and usually most allies end up quite poor.
Radiant's
S4,
bottom
he's got
tower
that
is
blink
under
complete on
attack.
the Brewmaster, and this is so important for OG that they make something happen here, because if they don't, this game is going to be in complete shambles. They have to get a pick with this.
And look at Kuro, he's just sitting behind Matuma Man, knowing that it's probably target number 1.
S4 will get the
Dire's
split
top
off.
tower
They're
is under
down. They're
attack.
looking towards Matuma Man. This back onto Kuroki. Matuma Man still alive for now. Once the one charges, trying to get out of there. There's the Sunder as well from Miracle. Finds time for Matuma Man to get out. Comes out onto 3. OG lose 2. Miracle then they're coming in with the save, allowing them to mana and move in for more. They're going to get 3. They're going to get 4. Hotel's going to fall as well. It's 12-0. Liquid just aren't dying, and you can absolutely see
Dire's top tower is under attack.
off the back of this draft. This is the reason why he was smiling and clapping his hands. He knew that they had this draft
Dire's
in the back.
middle
He knew
tower
they had this
has
play in the
fallen.
back. It's 11 minutes in. It's 12-0, 6k lead,
Dire's
and Liquid they're
structures
pushing
are
for more.
fortified.
The play that
Dire's
Phil
middle
talked
tower
about
is
was
under
that
attack.
series where
Dire's structures are fortified.
and they talked about how selfless that is. And it went to the philosophy of Liquid and how they play for each other. Miracle's play there with the Sunder, that's playing for the rest of your team. The fact he's willing to sit behind his teammates there and use Sunder, like, normally you would see Terrorblades just off farming some side lanes.
Warriors of the wood.
Getting gone up by Jarax, but he turns with the Viper Strike. Jarax is just dead. Nicolim's back, they do have the Static Storm, he'll try for the TP out, but with the Cloud, there we go. OG get themselves the first kill on the board. They look towards Kuro, can they get themselves a second? They can't. Kuro's able to TP out of there. So OG, at least able to finally put a dent
Radiant's
lineup
bottom
of
tower
Liquid.
is under
That was
attack.
900 gold change for that one kill. Oh
It's a
boy.
rich disruptor.
Yeah, 650 gold for him. They desperately needed that on the Tinker. He still does not have boots of travel. He's still trying to just, you know, clear through this stack and the offlane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still hasn't been able to do it because the pressure has just been mounting from Liquid this whole time. He also has to be the one to sit in front of these tower pushes and get out those March of the Machines, but isn't getting the opportunity to do both.
Players to be next. I mean, GH, he's now got that level 6, so in these team fights, which we've seen quite a few where it's turned into a full 5v5, the Earth Splitter going to be deadly,
Dire's top
especially with
tower
the setup
is
they've
under
already got,
attack.
the Sprout, the complete Meteor Hammer on Mind Control, all of these stuns sort of being thrown out in the midst of these fights that are going to be fatal for OG if they make a wrong step. 13 kills before the 13-minute mark for Liquid. They're 3 cores, quite that bit ahead for 3 cores of OG, at least a clear 1k between all 3 of them.
You know what the really OP thing about Meteor Hammer, in
Dire's
my
middle
opinion, right
tower
now
is under
is
attack.
the fact that it's a 25-second cooldown, so you could just clear every single wave at as it comes up. So Mind Control can effectively push 2 lanes all the time, if not all 3. Treants on one side, Meteor hammering another, and then the Wrath of Nature constant. That much space creates opportunities for Liquid to be able to move around as like these 3 or 4 man units kind of hunting some of the heroes of OG and just getting the better positioning for themselves when it comes to pushes as well. That being said, Tinker, so he can kind of offset some of that pressure on the side lanes,
middle tower
put some
is
pressure
under
of his own as we're seeing what's happening here at this bottom lane.
Absolutely, and as you said, this is one of the strengths. You know, catch for the Tinker is not amazing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pushes. Feel relatively safe doing so. Man.
Yeah, they're continuing to, like, they don't even go for a Shadow Blade on the Viper or anything like that. Matu goes for Helmet Dominator and looking at Blade Mail.
Radiant are scanning.
So again, they're focused more on the brute force push that's going to be happening later on to the game, rather than trying to find the team. They've already shut down enough in the laning phase, and they'll continue to try and just keep the pace of the game so they can end it before you see it.
Troll was pushing in. Summer Man there as well. Troll will back up. The man with that helmet of dummies from the air. Montgomery ready to stun and catch out anyone that walks in his way. Doesn't want to hang around too long now over that side of the map. It's up. Looking for pick off some back up. Some sort of a very defensive.
Come!
Lanes getting pushed, and the way that Liquid have been able to force OG to play as safe as they are, sort of grouped up as 4 for the most part. It's very hard for OG to catch up on their cores with regards to the farm.
This next daytime is going to be particularly potent for Liquid. They'll have Metamorphosis up about the same time the day comes up, but actually they're hunting the Night Stalker right now. A little bit shy of catching him.
So there as well, deep. Trout down the hammer, S4 in the mid, trying to keep GH away from the farm himself on that other side.
Kuro setting up for the TP rotation.
Resolution Dreadle. No pulse the understand they've got the standing stone as well. We'll see if the rest of the Liquid can clean up. TP straight out being attempted by the Razor will be successful. Fly as well will escape. Good disengage from OG. Meaning that none of their lives will be lost today.
Yeah, smart by Fly committing that Static Storm. They couldn't afford to get that Nightmare Fiendscrape combination where they're both held in place while TP rotations come in. So they actually get away scot-free. Get a second kill on the board. Well, things are kind of slowing down in this game, and that's good for OG, I believe. They just need it. Tinker, everything, keeping it. Once he gets a win, he can play this push game.
But Timmerman's all on his own, the rest of Liquid will leave him be. Relatively tanky, but they've got the chase down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The smoke getting one big kill.
Dire's structures are fortified.
The vision for the glimpse back into the kinetic field. OG striking back here and will take 2.
They made out the Tinker really well, but also my favorite thing about fight was and S4 looked for that extra kill and beat it and found it
Dire's
with the
bottom
Kuro
tower
sitting in
is
the
under
back
attack.
Because again, when you're ahead this much, even that extra support kill is actually worth so much to you, not just in gold, but also experience, map control you're going to get with those 2 heroes gone.
So, looking over into the pit at the moment. Got Ward outside that was watching whereabouts on this Roche here. Oh my goodness. Mind Control's in on Roche. This is quite an early Roche attack. With the vibe from the Terrorblade, they can certainly do it. Lots of Metamorphosis.
I think they feel there's just no way that OG
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's structures are fortified.
OG to have a chance in his team fight, so Liquid will get themselves this free Roshan. Roche will be playing the Aegis into the hands of Miracle. Across the Mind Control, just find the Sprout onto Jarex. Jarex
Radiant's bottom tower is fortified.
Jarex is able to walk away. Static Storm will fly, cancels the Fiend script. OG keep their distance. on that bottom. Mid-tier 2's in trouble. Miracle able to use the rest of that metamorphosis to bring the tower down low. Can't quite finish it off for now, but they'll come back for that later.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom to alleviate some of the pressure applied by Resolution.
So they may have gotten Aegis, but at the same time, OG still have all their tier 2s up by the time they've gotten Blink Dagger for this Tinker. Level 13 as well, so he's getting considering the start of this game, Owen, I don't think this OG have really stopped the bleeding in this game.
And as we saw, you know, last game, they were certainly good at that, a position where they did have sort of that net disadvantage, but they still showed us that they can slow down the pace of the game. The struggle was in last game being actually able to return it into their favor, gain that advantage once again. We'll see if they are able to do it. OG's ability to slow down the pace, the tempo. Liquid's trying to fall.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now Kuro, you may pay for this. He's sort of surrounded, but the march of the chase down. Kuro is
Dire's top
going to
tower is under attack.
As you said, one right click from Kuro there would have sufficed.
And now it may just get worse. He might be able to grab more heroes here.
They've got the vision onto Miracle. We'll get surrounded by the trees. They'll lose OG, but DOTA keeping these machines. There'll be the attempt on the future of Mind Control. They'll go for the South Brown. They have the points to cancel that team lead. Mind Control will fall.
Nice force.
They get more out of this one. The plunge bit will end. S4 getting turned towards Private Timmerman. The haze is out. The blink out over there. DOTA does get surrounded though. He'll get one more march out, but will be taken down. GH still with his eyes onto Jerax. Jerax with his eyes back towards GH, looking for the chase around GH, trying for the Jukes. Keeping himself hidden in the trees. Jerax will be aware of his position, but looks like Jerax is scared. He knows that there's more coming in from Liquid.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
GH will be able to close the gap with the stop. They have got Timmerman here as well to make sure they've got just the right amount of damage to finish off.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The tree line. So still Liquid, they do come out slightly on top. They managed
Radiant's
to get a tier
middle
2,
tower is
but
under
as
attack.
we said, it ends up being a little scrappy for them just because they didn't get that quick kill at the start.
Yeah, a couple of questionable positioning there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The trees has to run back to TP play, and then obviously TP's back in, gets caught. As a result, they may just end up losing the lane racks down.
Yeah, seems despite that little bit of a blunder for Kuro, it brings the manager of this top.
Dire's top tower
gets
has
taken down.
fallen.
Liquid with the fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Down for 40 seconds.
Dire's top tower
Take that tier 3. Take the melee racks. The range racks will go as well, but Liquid back off. There's a glimpse of the miracle. The stops out onto 2. To go back in onto OG. They'll
Dire's top tower is fallen.
There's 3 falling on OG. The racks are gone. The 10k lead continues to grow. 19-6, 22 minutes in. Liquid, as we said, they're going to have to pull off a lot more mistakes than that to allow OG to get back in this one, as they are just so far ahead right now.
Yeah, the timing, Owen, here that we were looking for OG was to get the Aghanim Scepter before your high ground is pierced by
Dire's
Liquid.
top shrine is
that
under
Aghanim
attack.
Scepter is so far away for the Tinker, and they've already lost 1 lane of racks. So Liquid is free for probably next 5, maybe even 10 minutes to slowly but surely take those other 2 lanes, and I just don't see a way for OG to be able to get past gold for Big Daddy No Tail
Dire's top
while
shrine is under
simultaneously
attack.
stopping the next upcoming pushes of Liquid. As soon as Metamorphosis is back up, I mean, they've got
Dire's middle
BKB
tower
coming in.
has
Maybe
been
they'll wait for
denied.
that for a miracle just because they don't have the Aegis anymore, but when that's it, force it.
As well, make sure that he's even more safe to sort of frontline this go for being stripped away. In a fight for Mind Control, helping out massively on those sort of high ground sieges into the Tinker spam. 11k lead, double damage down bottom. get 2 on that. They will. They'll secure that from a Timmerman to grab.
They have so many good answers for the Tinker spam. When it does come up, even if he did have Aghanim Scepter right now, they have Mech and Pipe for mind control. They're going to have a BKB for Miracle when he does want to go high ground and just right-click those buildings. Like the Viper is super tanky as well. He's got a BKB of his own to be able to force things. I wouldn't even be surprised if Kuro at one point in time takes up a second.
Yeah, having sort of the 2 instances, one after another, be incredibly strong. 6-game win streak on the line here for Notel. This game, once again, really is OG up against everything.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, with 1 lane of Rax gone, and especially with a Fury on your team, you're always going to lose your backdoor protection to some of these pushes, and that leaves open. Chip away in the tier 3s.
Yeah, that's your BKB you talked about being finished on Miracle. So now, very little fear when it comes to trying to break the high ground. Kill Liquid. The BKB is pretty much making these 2 cores invincible against OG's lineup.
Yep, take that second shrine, take the tier 2 at bottom. You know OG.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
They're probably pretty skittish about taking any engagements against Liquid when they're up 11k like this.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Get the blink off. Escape, and he will do so. Mind control nearly threatening on his own as this nature's prophet.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Being able to force Notel back to base will mean that Mind Control can get that bottom lane pushed around, and Liquid can look for that 3rd and final tier 2.
Yeah, normally it's like we talk about when a Furion game, can you deal with the Furion split push? Here it's actually the Furion's going to be dealing very well with the Tinker split push, addressing that issue. He pushes back in the way. The team can maintain an aggressive front on OG just outside of their base, making sure that pretty much no one feels comfortable on the side of OG of pushing themselves out and getting that greedy farm. Only no tailing because the
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There we go. Another outer tower taken
Dire's
by
bottom
Liquid.
tower has
No
fallen.
chance for OG to put a stop to the Earth Splitter again.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Jack's just dead. A Miracle on the back lines. He's popping the Metamorphosis. He's just shoving into OG.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Kills up the Tinker. The Sunder keeping Miracle alive. Has had a lot of his right click soaked up. That's 2 dead on OG. Notel has to fight back. Now, his second lane of tier 3 to
Dire's structures are fortified.
BKB.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Manages to get it off. But the pipe's already out for Liquid. They just turn. They're beating down into these brewers, splitting S4 apart. As OG, it just the damage to find it. It's got 2 brewers down. But this round, Resolutions just force out of it. Fly, gets sent to sleep. He manages to get the static shot down in the lane. But outside of it, Miracles just forcing the back. Into the OG just can't finish off these skills. The meter throwing that onto S4. S4's gone for 50 seconds. They'll look to move on to the barracks. They're back up a little bit from the March spam, as OG managing to temporarily hold them off.
To fight like with that static storm, with that kinetic field static storm combination that Fly pretty much got all by himself. You can't win the fight. You can't even do enough to force Liquid outside of your base and keep S4 from dying. You're out of ammo at that point in time. You won't have to for the next push. You're going to have another Metamorphosis BKB push this time around. There's no tier 3, so the racks are going to get gobbled up super quickly.
I think there was that link with Liquid having a bit of a mango break. I think a couple of those were swallowed, getting everyone back up to full mana and meeting the Vega straight back in. The mango they tried for the static link. The Nightmare holds him back. Viper's struck down the Reza. He's able to force back. But this is just forcing himself away. A bigger into the battle. Losing the range. Hotel gets caught on the sideline. That's the Tinker down for 68 seconds.
Dire's
He
bottom
can be
barracks
caught from Miracle
has fallen.
as he just heads in, forces OG all the way
Dire's
back to
bottom
base.
barracks
Jerax will be able
has
to flap
fallen.
himself into the fountain, but a second set of racks are gone. Liquid is
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
28 minutes, a 20k gold lead, and on the verge of having mega creep. This
Dire's
game
middle
is gonna
barracks
come
are
from
under
OG.
attack.
Absolutely. 40 seconds, and he was just in
Static Storm onto a couple of heroes, but where is the follow-up? They've lost Red.
Dire's middle
He's gone for
barracks
50.
has
He
fallen.
does
The
not.
Radiant now have mega
Nobody on Liquid is dying.
They just take no damage.
They just stand their ground. There's the G